Alright, what's good, guys? Packnastea coming at you with another stream. Uh, Sorry I haven't been streaming Madden very much the last few days. I've been playing 2K20 very heavily since it came out on Friday. Um, 2K is a lot of fun. Just unfortunately right now there's a lot of issues, a lot of bugs with it. So if you haven't picked up the game yet, don't feel like you're really missing out on a whole lot. Really the only thing you're going to miss out on is just, the time that you're going to put into it, the grind. But with everything that's going on, like game modes not being included, certain things in gameplay, probably could be tweaked, adjusted. Um, Servers, still kind of an issue. So, don't feel like you're really missing out on anything. But the game is fun. If they do address all the issues that the game has, then the game will be a lot of fun. I've already had fun, building my team because I've been playing mostly my team. I know the patient's been playing mostly my career, and he hasn't run into a whole lot of problems over there. So if you do pick up 2K20, you might want to just focus on playing my career versus, my team or any of the other game modes. But I wanted to get a quick stream in this morning because, like I said, I haven't been streaming Madden really at all. I wanted to talk about Week 1 because Week 1 was just absolutely insane for anybody who watched it, who had a chance to tune into any of the games. Um, Maybe get into some few head-to-head games here. Uh, I'll probably stream for maybe like an hour and then I'm gonna take a quick break so I can do some stuff around the house and yeah, just regular chores because this is my first day off in I think like 8 days, so I really haven't had a chance to do anything around here, so can't neglect that. But after that, I'll be back on, probably be playing some more Madden later on today. Probably be having a co-stream with the patient, and we're going to be going through the Gears of War 5 campaign. So really looking forward to that. So definitely tune in later on to check that out. But anyways, so want to definitely talk about Week 1 really quick. Obviously, a lot happened. Um, I think it was pretty funny how the season started. With that Thursday night game with Green Bay and with Chicago, because that game, I don't want to say it was boring, but it was very sloppy. Uh, the defenses seemed like they were playing really good, but I don't know if it was the defense playing really good or if it was just the offense is playing extremely poorly. Um, just pull up the scores from Week 1 so I make sure I don't miss say anything or miss out on anything. I try to watch as many games as possible, but I did still have other things I was doing. I was working this weekend, so um, I'm playing catch up on a few things, but it's all good. So let's see here. Looks like we're starting at the top. All right, yeah. So the Packers were Thursday night. They won that game, very sloppy. So um, fortunately, Sunday was much better. Um, Eagles beat the Redskins. Looked like Deshaun Jackson had a revitalized game, but I mean, he played for Tampa Bay last year, and his first two games were really good, and then he kind of crapped out the rest of the year. But I don't think that was all his fault either. Probably quarterbacking, coaching might have something to do with it, but we'll get into that. Redskins, for a Case Keenum-led team, looked really good. Uh, Unfortunately, though, it looks like even though they did a healthy scratch on, excuse me, did a healthy scratch on Adrian Peterson, he's going to be their feature back this week since Darius Juice or Geis, however you want to pronounce it, um, got hurt again, unfortunately. So AP stepping up. Next game was Bills and Jets. Bills edged out the Jets. Um, Really don't have a whole lot to say about this game other than the fact that the Jets probably shouldn't have lost this game. But it seemed like once C.J. Mosley, their middle linebacker, went down with an injury, it seemed like the Bills were able to move the ball and actually get something going on offense. So when you lose your defensive captain, defensive star, it does make a severe impact on you. Le'Veon Bell looked extremely impressive. I think it was like his first game in almost like a year and a half, 2 years, I believe. Um, So he looked really good for missing all that time. So anybody who picked him up in their fantasy draft, good job. Falcons and Vikings, I don't really have a whole lot to say about this either. I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan to say the least. I think the Vikings are kind of in that same boat as the Cowboys. I would put the Cowboys above the Vikings though. I think their defense is probably a little bit better. Um, I think their running back obviously is a lot better, but the Vikings kind of the same thing. They're going to go as far as their quarterback's going to be able to take them because they do have the defense, they do have the running game. They've even got stellar receivers. They got Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs, but if Kirk Cousins can't get himself over the hump, then the Vikings are unfortunately probably just going to be his best like a wild card team. Falcons, same thing. I'm not a big Matt Ryan fan. It's not even because they're a division rival of my favorite team, but I really never really that impressed with Matt Ryan, especially when you have arguably the best receiver, at least a top three receiver in the NFL in Julio Jones, and just consistently, you can't get it done. The closest you came to getting it done was, against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and I don't even need to say any more about that because we all know what happened there. And the Falcons, they have a lot of talent on the team. They got good running back, they got solid defense, um, good coaching staff too, from everything that I can surmise. But they just, I don't know, they can't put it together, man. Um, the Ravens and the Dolphins, I know a lot of people are freaking out about this because Lamar Jackson put up 59 points and he basically was playing like he did in college, just basically doing whatever he wanted, throwing the ball over the field. And we know that Lamar Jackson, that was his biggest question mark, is can he throw the ball? Can he be a pocket passer? Either way, the Ravens are going to be a very run-heavy team, but I think having Hollywood Brown to stretch the field now with that blazing speed, that helps him a lot. But I'm still not quite sold on Lamar Jackson. I think he's an incredible talent. Probably the best athletic like slash running quarterback since Michael Vick, who is arguably my favorite player of all time. But I'm still not quite sold on Jackson. But as a whole, the Ravens are probably going to be a really good team, just because they have the ability to run the ball and control the clock, and then they have that defense to back them up. But the Dolphins are going to be the worst team in the NFL this year, hands down. So putting a 50 burger on them might kind of just be the norm. But that team is an absolute dumpster fire right now. I know they're just going to try to load up on draft picks and rebuild next year, but Jesus, that team's a mess. Um, Chiefs Jaguars. This game was bittersweet for me to watch because I drafted Tyreek Hill in my fantasy league and he immediately got hurt. I know it's bittersweet for Jacksonville fans because your big, excuse me, free agent acquisition guy who's supposed to turn your offense around, Big Dick Nick Foles. He went out hurt as well very early in the game. And what is with all of these clavicle injuries? Like, I don't know what, but I don't think I've ever seen so many clavicle slash collarbone injuries. At least not in a one like single weekend's like time. Like I thought that was insane. Like Tyreek Hill, Nick Foles, um, and I know I'm forgetting. I think like one or two other players had clavicle injuries, so just really, really crazy. Sammy Watkins went off in this game. The Jaguars, unfortunately, just kind of seem like they're continuing to self-destruct ever since they lost the AFC Championship game to the Patriots a couple years ago. So I don't know, man. Again, another team that just has an immense amount of talent on it. They just haven't had really great quarterback play, but I don't know, man. It's just upsetting. Oh, gee, Maya just went live. I'll have to pop into his stream whenever I'm done streaming here. Uh, but yeah, the Chiefs are going to be the Chiefs. We all know that their offense is loaded. It's really just going to boil down to if their defense can, play defense. Because yeah, they put up 40 points, but they still allowed 26 to a Jacksonville team with an imploding defense and a rookie quarterback. So I don't know about that. The Chiefs just they need to be able to step up on defense. Otherwise, the same thing's going to happen to them in the playoffs this year. They'll probably get to second round or AFC Championship very easily, but if they go up against somebody who knows how to scheme against them, they're going to be in trouble. And it'll also be interesting to see how they play the next few weeks without Tyreek Hill because when Hill went out last year, the offense really seemed to kind of take a step back without him stretching the field. Um, the Titans and the Browns, holy shit, man! I don't know if this was maybe the biggest surprise of the weekend, but it was definitely a surprise because I know everybody was hyping up the Browns. You want to talk about a team just loaded top to bottom with talent, young talent, top end, free agent acquisition, not even free agent acquisition because they traded for OBJ, but they're loaded across the board, and they got smacked by Tennessee, absolutely smacked by Tennessee, 43-13, man. Like, I'm gonna try not to get down on them, but as a Bucks fan, I'm just happy I'm not a Browns fan. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, and the Titans always kind of seem to do this in the regular season. They knock off some team that they really should have had like no business beating. Like I think they did it to the Patriots last year. Um, I don't know. They just seem to always have that moment of like just dominance where it looks like they can just be unstoppable. Derrick Henry's just running over everybody. Mariota's making good decisions. Their defense is flying to the ball. Um, but again, they can't really seem to put it all together on a consistent basis. It is. Rams Panthers. This game, for what it started out as, it seemed like it was just going to be the Rams just kind of controlling this game, and they were going to put the Panthers away. But Panthers came back and definitely made this game, and were really in it up until the very end. Um, Rams are going to be the Rams. They're probably going to be a top contender in the NFC this year. They really have no reason not to be, especially now that it seems like they found a really good balance with Malcolm Brown and Todd Gurley running the ball. Um, and they have three really good receivers. They got good tight ends. As long as Jared Goff isn't asked to win the football game for them, they shouldn't have any problems. And they have the defensive studs, Aaron Donald, leading that defense. But yeah, it's just pretty much like how the Super Bowl went. If you ask Jared Goff to win you the football game, he's not going to be able to win you the football game. But as long as they don't do that, you shouldn't have to worry. The Panthers, on the other hand, their defense looked subject, especially their secondary. Um, and I don't know, Cam Newton just still doesn't look right as a player. Ever since that shoulder injury, he just hasn't seemed like the same player, even though he says otherwise. Um, Christian McCaffrey is basically carrying that offense, in my opinion, because the receivers are all really young, really inexperienced, pretty undersized too. So, Christian McCaffrey's ability to, run and catch the ball out of the backfield, that's really going to be what carries that entire team. And they play Thursday night, tomorrow actually against the Bucks, so we will see how that goes. Seahawks, Bengals. Seahawks edged out the Bengals here. Um, Andy Dalton again putting up good stats, but not enough to secure the win. Bengals just really can't seem to catch a break. Whether AJ Green getting hurt, Joe Mixon getting hurt. Um, I don't know what it is about the Bengals. They just can't really catch a break. It seems. The Seahawks, they're going to be the Seahawks. They typically always kind of start out iffy. They usually win one, lose one, win one, lose one, and then they'll pick it up at the end of the season and make a really good, strong case and push into the playoffs. Russell Wilson just looks like an absolute animal. That dude, I think, is pretty underrated. Like I know everybody knows about him, knows what he can do, but I still feel like he's one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the league. Colts Chargers. Despite the Colts and all of their offseason shenanigans that they've had going on, um, we were able to force overtime into that game. And the Chargers, came out on top. Austin Eckler, who's basically filling the void of Melvin Gordon, scored that game-winning touchdown. Oh, the 49ers and the Bucks, man. This game was absolutely frustrating as a Bucks fan to watch, because they really had no reason to lose this game. They basically beat themselves by all means. The 49ers really didn't do anything special. Um, Jimmy Garoppolo had like one really good touchdown pass. I think it was in the first half, I believe. But really, the biggest thing that killed him was the two pick sixes that Jameis threw. He threw three interceptions altogether. One of them really wasn't his fault. It was a dropped pass that bounced off the tight end's hands into the defender's hands. So, but the other two, in my opinion, were completely on him. Just whether it was play calling or not, it was a bad throw. One right to Richard Sherman. Like Sherman picking the ball and running it for six. There's a problem. Um, and then the other one was just an ugly pass, like on a screen, and they said it's the running back's fault because he didn't get out there. But like, come on, man. Like you're in a position to drive down the field and tie the game, and you literally just threw the whole game away. So I don't know. That was upsetting to see. But good for the 49ers, another team that has a lot of hype swirling around them. Um, Getting the season off to 1-0. I'm just hoping the Bucks bounce back tomorrow night. Cowboys and Giants. This was not a surprise whatsoever. Um, well, people are surprised that Dak went out there and threw 4 touchdowns, but the Giants can't. It's like the Giants might have as bad of a defense as the Dolphins at this point. So seeing Dak Prescott throw for 4 touchdowns, I'm not going to get too excited about that. Like I know everybody's calling for him to get his contract and get re-signed now that Zeke guys is, but I don't know, man. Like I said, Cowboys are kind of in that same realm with the Vikings. Uh, if you can stop the run, find a way to stop Zeke, and put the ball in Dak's hands to win the game, chances are he's not going to be able to come through. And that was something I was talking about with my coworker the other day with like franchise quarterbacks. Like when I see a franchise quarterback, that's somebody who, when you need them to, put a drive together, go down the field and win the freaking game, or put your team in a position to win the freaking game and not lose, not shoot yourself in the foot. That is a franchise quarterback, in my opinion. You know, like Jameis, I want him to be a franchise quarterback. He's not. Dak, everybody wants him to be a franchise quarterback. He's not. Tom Brady's a franchise quarterback. I know he didn't look like it on Sunday. Big Ben, we'll talk about him, but he's a franchise quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is a franchise quarterback. Those type of guys. Let's see here. I even say Philip Rivers is a franchise quarterback, but the Chargers just are another team that it seems like whenever they take a step forward, somebody just wants them to knock them two back. Let's see here. The Giants, yeah, are a disaster. Don't care how good of an offseason Eli Manning had. They basically just need to start grooming Daniel Jones and then figure out how to fix their defense. Because if they get their quarterback going and they get Saquon Barkley, keep him healthy, they'll be fine. Cardinals and Lions, they ended with a tie. I think Kyler Murray is incredibly overrated, but he went out there and was able to rally his team back to tie that game, send it to overtime, and that's where basically it stayed. Rookie tight end for the Lions went off, so it looks like Matthew Stafford will finally have a safety blanket to throw the ball to. Um, but yeah, either of these teams, though, they're just kind of they are what they are. The Cardinals, I don't think anybody's really expecting a whole lot from them. Um, and I don't really think their offense is going to be effective in the long run in the NFL. And the Lions, Matt Patricia, Mr. Pencil, that's what G. Maya calls him. So don't really think either of those teams are going to do anything this year. Steelers and Patriots, I mean, what more can we say about this? This was the one, not surprise of the weekend was, Tom Brady going out there and just being freaking Tom Brady, man. Throwing 3 touchdowns, just carving up Pittsburgh's defense like it was a pumpkin, man. And I don't know, that offense, like, they're going to say what they want about Bell not being there, about Brown not being there, but that offense needs to basically find their identity again. And I know they have John Connor still, they have Big Ben, they got Juju, but they got to, I don't know, man, they got to figure something out because, the Patriots just bullied them all night, defensively, offensively. They just did whatever they wanted, so that's not looking good for the Steelers, especially with, the type of performance that the Ravens had, which again, against a completely opposite end of the spectrum team, but when you see a division rival have that type of game, it's not good. Texans Saints, really good game. I watched this one on Monday night, back and forth. Looked like the Texans were really going to control this game. Deshaun Watson was balling out. Um, and that was good to see, especially after some of the moves that they made I thought were kind of questionable. Trading first round picks for a slot receiver and a left tackle. Um, Lamar Miller obviously getting hurt. That was a big blow. Um, they go and I think they traded for Carlos Hyde. Uh, what else did they do? Oh, obviously trading Jadeveon Clowney to the Seahawks. Just really, like, I don't want to say boneheaded, but kind of questionable moves by the front office. But they looked really good against the Saints um, for most of that game, and I think Deshaun Watson is starting to creep into that conversation of franchise quarterbacks. And speaking of franchise quarterbacks, I didn't even mention him, but Drew Brees doing what a true franchise quarterback would do and marching that team down the field with, what did he have, like 30 something seconds to get them into field goal range? And Will Lutz, man, 58-yard field goal to put that game away as time expired. And Will Lutz actually saved my, along with Josh Jacobs. Him and Josh Jacobs on Monday night saved my fantasy team because I was getting stomped out. And Will Lutz gave me 15 points, and Josh Jacobs I think gave me like 24, and I won my game by 2 points. So big kudos to them. And the Raiders and Broncos, I actually fell asleep at halftime for this game, so I didn't see how it ended. But from what I could see, Josh Jacobs looks like he's going to be the focal point of this offense with AB gone. The receiving core is kind of questionable, so Josh Jacobs looks like he's going to be the centerpiece of this offense, which I'm perfectly fine with. That bodes well for my fantasy team. The Broncos, you know, they got incredible pass rushers in Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. Defense is good. They've got a complete corral of running backs, but I don't know. Joe Flacco, he's a Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl winning quarterback. I would say he was a franchise quarterback for the Ravens, but I just I don't know if he's got enough left in the tank to really make a significant impact for the Broncos. You know what I mean? But that pretty much recaps all the games this weekend. Like I said, I didn't really want to spend a lot of time on each one. Just wanted to go through everything. Um, but yeah. So the week 2 officially starts tomorrow with Bucks and Panthers. We'll see how that goes. And as for me, let's see here. And just because I haven't been streaming doesn't mean I haven't been playing Madden like at all. Um, I did jump on and play here and there where I could. Made a couple of additions to the team, a couple changes. Michael Vick obviously got released. I needed to go and pick him up because usually I use him every single year. Currently have him up to an 88 overall. Um, yeah, I need 2370 training to get him to a 90, and then obviously the next item would be his actual card, which is a ridiculous amount of coins. So I'm not too concerned about that. I just want to get him up to a 90 overall. You'll see his stats there when he gets to a 90. He's at 86 speed right now, so he'll go to an 87. Throw power's at a 91, but I do have the go deep chem, so that'll go up. So just decent stats overall. Really, the only thing that I don't like about him is he's not very good at throwing like short and intermediate passes. He's usually pretty good on deep balls, but sometimes he just completely throws the ball like way away from the receiver, like no chance of them even catching it. Like if it's like a drag route or say like a 10-yard slant, 10-yard out, something like that. He sometimes will just completely throw an errant pass and can be really frustrating depending on the game situation. But other than that, though, he's really good. And like I said, I'm trying to run the ball a lot this year, so only going to need him to pass in very specific situations. So as long as he comes through in those situations, we won't have any problems. Offensive line stays the same. Excuse me. Receiving core stays the same, with the exception of I did do the team of the week solo and got Marquise Brown, and he is a 91. Oh, I looked at the wrong thing. He's a 91 speed though. So 91 speed at this point in the year is really nothing to sneeze at. You know what I'm saying? So we might mix him in. Certain passing downs because he's technically my fifth receiver on the team, so we'll see. He is my kickoff and punt returner though right now, so maybe he'll break one for us. We'll see. Defense, not a whole lot's changed on this side. Really nothing at all since the last time I streamed, except for Chris Harris. I picked his power up. Had enough training points just to get him up to an 82. If I get another 84 power up pass, then I can use that on him to finish his little thing. I think that's as high as he goes. Yeah, so I just need his item to get him up, finish him, until they come out with another card, another version of him. Yeah, that's really pretty much it in terms of changes that I've made to the lineup. Got my Magicians uniforms on. Do still have the Raiders playbook is what I'm running on offense, Jets defense. With Vic, I've been considering going back to maybe Arizona's playbook or the Ravens playbook, just for the ability to run like triple option and do different stuff like that. But I just really like the Raiders playbook, especially with the run formations and everything. It's just really, really good. So gonna stick in that for the time being. Let's see here. And so I started, or about to start a new season of head-to-head. Actually moved up a division, so we went from amateur to rookie, because I think I had 6 wins in the last one. Show you my standings here. 7 and 8 right now, so that's pretty much where I'll usually be. Is I'm pretty split down the middle, so 500, I guess, winning percentage you could say, which isn't terrible, but could be a lot better. Unfortunately, since I started a new season, you can't see the scores on the right-hand side, but I did take some clips for you guys because I wasn't streaming, and I was hoping I honestly should have been streaming, all things considered. But let me see here. Try to walk you guys through everything that that happened. Let's see here. think this is the like I said I finished with 6 wins, and we moved up in the division. So we will see. We were getting matched up with pretty high teams in the amateur division, so we'll see how we do here in the rookie division. It was a good thing the Jets traded for Demaryius Thomas because it looks like Quincy Enua, I think is how you say it. Looks like he's out for the season. I am going to turn EA's stream on though, just to have his background noise. And hopefully I'm not too late to actually get some drops. Alright, let's jump into game here. Like I said, I'm only going to be streaming for probably like another 20 minutes to half an hour, so I might get only this one game in, or 2 games, depending on how it goes. But like I said, I will be back later on for sure. Probably like probably within a couple hours after I get off initially. And pretty much at this point, I really just want to put like what I'm earning, like coin wise, uh, just towards getting training points basically, because I need training to finish Michael Vick. I need training to finish Shazier. You know, that's really just what I need right now. And I don't even have a whole lot of power-up players, but trading is still really what's controlling the market. That's why a lot of cards haven't lost any sort of value or anything like that. Really hasn't been any sort of auction house crash. So, yeah. So I just either need to wait for a crash, or I just need to basically just keep saving my coins and get my training when I can. Like I said, I'm going to need 2,300 training to finish Vic, and that's just Vic. So, yeah. But it is what it is. We will do the best we can with what we've got. See, you get what I mean right there with Vic. Sometimes just throws really errant throws. That was off of back foot apparently, even though I was not really moving backwards, but it's okay. Like I said, if you have a chance to get onto the EA stream, just turn it on. You know, turn on your phone, turn the volume off if you want, and get yourself some Twitch drops. Usually they're hosting a specific streamer after they do their little 15-minute thing, and usually they'll enable the drops on their channel as well, so that way you can, no matter what you're doing, if you're watching it or not, you can still get yourself some drops. Not getting a whole lot there. See if I can get him with this play here. Like I said, I'm really trying to stay out of shotgun and just play a lot under center, so I really don't go into shotgun until like I absolutely have to. Yeah, we got him. Alright, nice catch by Adams. Like I said, man, this playbook is just so good with all the plays that it has. Really just can't say enough about it. Got caught up there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here we go. Caught on the right side by Adams.
Get a few yards out of the RPO. Those RPOs are really good down in the red zone. You know, if you're like a few yards out, and your opponent's expecting you to just kind of, you know, run the ball, those RPOs can just be a killer. Oh, he read that perfectly. He read that so perfectly. I can't even get mad at that, dude. He made a great... Oh, whoa, 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 what was that? Apparently he has a force field on his back. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I can't even get mad at that. He read that perfectly. That was just a terrible throw on my point. I should not have thrown that at all. I know it was 3rd and 6, but I should have just ran the ball and either punted. Alright, not a good start to the game whatsoever.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground.
Oh man, come on, man. Give me a block.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half.
Come on, man. Oof, getting close to breaking one off here. Here we go. Like I said, man, running the ball is just the kind of the safer way to go this year. It's taken me a while to really adjust to it because I loved passing the ball last year. Oh my god. See what I mean? As soon as you pass the ball, man, you make mistakes. So run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, man. Unless you just have like an amazing money scheme and you know you're comfortable just dotting people up, then running the ball is just, I don't know, just seems like the better way to go. This guy has bow too. I've been trying to match my defensive personnel with the offensive personnel, so I usually typically wait to see what they're going to pick, and then I'll go in and usually either go into 3-4, 3-3-5. Oh, fumble, get that, get that. Come on, Chris Harris. Come on, boy. Oh my god, dude. Alright, well, got a chance here to try to make things even. It was a big force fumble. Look at that, man. 3 blockers and... Oh, man.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Oh, see right there, I was just trying to check it down to RB, and he just throws it, like, way off to the left for no reason. I love Michael Vick, man, but that dude gives me freaking heart palpitations.
On third down, Vic. This will be
See that when he actually
at the 10.
made an accurate throw.
One tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Alright, I'm going to take my 3 points here.
7-0 on the
Really didn't want to risk another turnover. I just wanted to come away with points. Oh, please don't tell me I missed that. Okay, thank you.
Force this one through. And they are
My boy Will Lutz.
it's 7-3.
Never thought a kicker would be the MVP of my fantasy team, but fuck me, right?
A lost opportunity right there. And they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a good
Oh, and by the way, guys, if you didn't watch any of the 2K streams that I did with the patient, we do have our channel officially up now on YouTube, Top Stock Gaming. So feel free to go over there, check out the channel. There's only a couple videos up right now because we do have a backlog of stuff that we gotta try to get uploaded. But definitely check it out. Like, subscribe. Really appreciate all the support. Oh, come on, get him on the ground. There we go. Like I said, most of what we're going to be doing is going to be live streaming here on Mixer, and then, you know, we'll just be moving basically the streams over there. We have time to edit them, we will. If we don't, then we'll just be basically copying and pasting the live streams up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. On 3rd down, this is Jackson.
Come on, get him down, get him down, get him down.
Down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here we go on 4th down.
I was hoping we were going to get a stop there.
Brought down at the 41. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Locke. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. For the 50 is Locke. He's going to look deep down the field.
Pick that. Thank you, Chris Harris.
And it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a very good return as he'll
Chris Harris making plays for us, man. Just got him and already doing work out there. Got a fumble recovery and a pick.
Quarterback's head and figure it out. Okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
Every once in a while, I'll throw a little spin move out there just to catch people off guard. They don't expect you to do it as much this year.
Having balls go through goalposts.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And some room to run.
And we got a nice run here.
He's at the 30. Touchdown.
Like I said, man, running the ball is just so freaking glitchy. So freaking glitchy.
3 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. On that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like bolts of lightning, aren't they?
That's another reason why I need to get more training points is so I can max out Bo Jackson as much as possible, man. Dude's putting in work as just an 85. Giving up so many kick returns, man. I don't want to give up another one. Jump into Gmai's stream really quick here.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. To throw again on second down.
Nice sack there.
Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. Throwing on third down. Lock. And that will
Get out of there.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact.
This dude's actually gonna go for it.
They kept that flag in the back.
Alright, man.
They're going to go for it here on fourth. Luck in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to go. It's Luck.
Oh my god. Oh, thank god. Thank god he missed that.
Head scratcher there. And the ball will
Is
go
that fake screen wheel?
on the short side.
What was that? Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to do. But either way, we have the ball back now, so that's all that matters.
They'll come up on a first and
And we are in a position to score again.
there's Vic. Looking left side and he's got a man. It's Holt.
And Vic with just another absolute dart, man. Absolute dart. Like I said, sometimes he just misses so bad, and then other times the ball is just right on the money. His bullet passes, man, they get there so quick.
Guys will take a 10-point lead.
I don't think I clipped it when I was playing yesterday, but I had a post route against cover 3, and he just he put it right on the money, man, and I got a big touchdown out of it.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you.
I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Oh, I thought Humphrey was going to jump that route, man.
Better in the second, but there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Over the middle here to Bryant.
Really?
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
Pick that off. Pick that off. Thank you, Patrick Willis.
He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will take this one home.
Thank you, sir. Alright, I think this guy's had enough. Thank you very much. Yeah, and those third and long situations, like you absolutely know that your opponent's gonna pass the ball. Big dime and dollar just absolutely destroy. You get really good pressure, especially if you blitz like a corner or anything. I didn't even have a chance to put him into the QB contain. But that cover 2 sink, I really like that. I really like the cover 3 sky. Cover 3 sky can just be bad sometimes because they'll beat you in the seam. But if gee, it's freaking out. But if you do the cover two sync and you drop one of your linebackers into a middle third. Um, Basically like a cover three shell at that point. But the middle of the field is protected, then it's just really hard for them to pass against it. And usually they'll try doing that, where they'll pass, try to go outside or do something like that to that degree, and they just usually throw a pick. So it should have been Humphrey's interception, but he got the tip and gave it to Patrick Willis, so I'll take it. Let's see here, we got 3K for that, nice. We're at 20K right now. It's our first head-to-head win of the game, or win of the day, I'm sorry. Got a Twitch drop pack. Probably won't be anything good in there, but we'll go take a look nonetheless. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, I'll probably be ending the stream here. Like I said, just temporarily, and gonna do the chores that I need to do around the house, and then I will be back. Really quick, I'm gonna open this Twitch pack, throw all that into the exchange sets. Mason Rudolph. Yeah, really nothing too good out of there. Can't really say I'm surprised though. Let's see what we got here. We are at level 35, so curious to see what we get at 36. So there's a series progression. I think it's series progression level. Alright, so 36 we're gonna get, looks like a choice of pay money and get that 84 overall Chris Harris, it looks like. Or there's a fantasy pack to get an 82 overall, so we'll take a look at that when we actually get there. Probably get there with the next win or two. A couple gold packs on the horizon. So, some stuff coming up. 20,000K quick sell. 85 to 86 power up pass. Okay. Yeah, if you're not max level yet, then definitely keep grinding because you get some good rewards. Usually I do get a player, I'll gamble and get a gold. Actually, I have 100 point. I'm gonna save that just in case if I want to get one of the cheaper packs. All that for 73 Bruce Uverin, so definitely not worth it, but it's fine. Yeah, Eric Armstead, okay. You're gonna go into that 80-82 set. Oh, we got 2K back, so not too bad. Do. Team pretty much stays the same right now. Like I said, I'm not running around out here with studs by any means, guys. Just kind of boils down to playing the game and playing to the game's strengths, I guess. Like I said, the running game is just so freaking glitchy this year. That's really what I've been doing, just trying to play solid defense and run the ball. Which that's pretty much how you win in the NFL. But you know. Alright, so let's see here. If I could get some of these guys for cheap. Yeah, like some of these guys are going for pretty cheap. I might finish this set and see. Because if I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 2,500, it's 10-ish K. Let's see here. Sometimes that 80 to 82 set can be glitchy. If you pull like an 82 out of it and it's a decent 82, you can make some profit. Their prices are pretty low right now, so. So remember, we're at 17K when we went in here, so let's see if we can maybe get something with a better return on it. And then after this, I'll be getting off for sure. 23. It's 22. That's not bad. We'll take that. I could get this guy for 22. Might as well. Another one for 22. There we go. I should just hit strong safeties if you're going for 2K. Alright, so we're at 6 right now, so we basically need an 11K pull to break even. Anything more than that, and we'll make some profit. Remember, we still have our quick sell coming as well with our daily objectives. I just need to win one more game. So that's at least 1,500, so realistically we'll be sitting around like 75 right now, so really only need like a 10K pull, which is usually the bare minimum you get out of this pack. Alright, so we got an Indominus Sue, which is basically bottom of the barrel, so let's just go see how much he's going for. I could just sell him for training too if I wanted to, but I don't know if I want to do that. He's going for about 12, so too bad. Pretty much break even on it, so didn't really win, didn't lose. Put him at like 11, yeah, 11.65, that should be good. Put him up for 8 hours. Don't know why this is here, so just throw that up really quick. Probably won't get nothing but a couple hundred coins for it, but don't really care. make sure you guys are playing your Team of the Week solos when those come out. Get yourself your free tokens. Get yourself a high overall at the end of the season. But alright guys, stream's a little over an hour now. I do need to hop off and just go do some chores and stuff, and like I said, I should see everybody back here. Like I said, probably within an hour or two. So yeah, I will talk to you all soon. Toodles.